The Oklahoma City Thunder trying to get a step closer to the conference semifinals as they face the Mavs in Dallas. It is game 4 of this first round, best of 7 Western Conference opening round playoff series. Two of the best players, Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, among the stars showcased tonight as we look at who's moving forward, brought to you by Heineken. Golden State trying to go up 3-1 tomorrow on Houston. Steph Curry expected back for that ABC telecast. Clippers, Portland, our nightcap on ESPN tonight. And San Antonio, Memphis, game 4 tomorrow, ABC, as the Spurs go for the sweep. Russell Westbrook and Cameron Payne, uninterrupted dance tonight here in game 4. With the exception of Anthony Morrow, an innocent bystander. No Mavs in the picture. They actually did that dance a little bit closer to the bench than they did in game 2. As we look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Modelo Especial. For Oklahoma City, it's Westbrook, Robertson, Durant. Serge Ibaka's been terrific shooting the ball in this series. He's 7 of 9 from 3. Steven Adams in the middle. And for Dallas, great news for the Mavericks. Darren Williams, after missing game 3 with a sports hernia, is in the starting lineup, along with Felton, Matthews, Dirk Nowitzki, and Pachulia. And now the third member of our crew. Here's Chris Broussard. Thanks. The turnover. So a 22nd timeout called by OKC.
Well, Dirk Nowitzki, we've seen it for 18 years. It's Ibaka, it's a bounce off, and the one-legged fade. True for Dirk.
He'll have in the playoffs here in Dallas, playing his tail off here in the first quarter. And we've got
for what I would categorize as non-basketball physical escalations that were initiated by them, and including one intentional unprovoked elbow at the free throw line, which I didn't understand. Never seen a guy like Kevin Durant ever do that to a player. And then, ultimately that led to 2 more escalations between the teams.
And you would think after that the officials are going to win. Tomorrow the NBA playoffs continue on ABC. A pair of game 4s. First it's the Spurs going for the sweep in Memphis, and then at 3:30 can the Rockets tie the series? Steph Curry expected to play. Coverage starts with NBA Countdown presented by Straight Talk Wireless at 12:30. Streaming live on Watch ESPN, the ESPN app, ESPN Radio as well. As Westbrook gets both free throws at the line, as Mavericks are over the penalty, or over the foul of it actually. Kevin Durant, just one basket, but it was that one. Pretty sweet move. And Dirk has had a good start for Dallas, but the Mavs are down 6. It's winning ingredients brought to you by McDonald's.
Pretty amazing. You're talking about a guy in his 18th year to be this good, this relevant. As Dirk's got off to a tremendous start, the post up, off the screen and roll. That time just takes his time around. A terrific defender in Ibaka, and then moving without the basketball, an easy opportunity. 4 for 4 is Dirk Nowitzki here in game 3. He hasn't made
one. You talked about Russell Westbrook. How would the Thunder respond with him on the bench? They extend the lead because of the play of Dion Waiters, taking it to the hole. And the Thunder in command after 1 here in game 4. This interview brought to you by U.S. Navy. Billy Donovan now with Chris Broussard.
That time it's Durant. Waiters hit it the time before. And the others are contributing here for the Thunder. It's not Westbrook. It's not Durant doing the damage. It's Cantor. It's Waiters. And it's the Thunder in control here with 9:29 to go here in the second.
Meanwhile, Dallas trying to win its first playoff series since 2011, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Clippers and Blazers up next here on ESPN. Then Bucci and Anderson with SportsCenter at night. We'll have NBA playoff highlights, NHL playoff highlights, NFL free agent news, updates from UFC 197, which I know, John, you're paying close attention to.
Measury out of nowhere first. He gets Robertson for the sure 2. And he's excited about that one. As Dallas goes the other way, easy dunk for Anderson. And then again, it's Cantor, who looks like he's got an easy one. Measuring out of nowhere, and maybe a couple game-saving plays for the Mavs.
Back here in Dallas.
Curryland there too. And Wes Matthews right up into Kevin Durant. Doesn't matter when you're 6'10". The big answer right there is the Mavs are making hay. The great KD keeps him at bay.
It's here in Game 4 for Oklahoma City is not coming from Durant and Westbrook. The Mavericks.
Pachulia got him. He definitely locked the arm of Steven Adams as the bodies continue to fly here in Dallas, but they're hanging in. Only down 8.
They've passed John Barry, Chris Broussard back with Game 4, Oklahoma City and Dallas. The Mavericks trailed by as many as 15. They're down 8 with a minute 36 seconds on the clock. The Thunder looking to take a 3-1 series lead. Highlights from the early games and a look at Clippers Portland, Game 3 of that series. Here in Game 4, OKC in command.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs, brought to you by Speed Stick, Game On, and The Secret Life of Pets, from the humans behind Despicable Me, in theaters July 8th.
Thunder trying to take a 3-1 series lead over the Mavericks here in Dallas. Lead 57-48 as we get you ready for the third quarter. First, our stats brought to you by Kia. 52% shooting for the Thunder. Rebounding was even, which is a bit of a surprise given how well Oklahoma City rebounded through the first 3 games. The bench for Dallas really stepped up in that second quarter with Justin Anderson and Salah Mejri. Dave Pasch, John Barry, Chris Broussard will join us in a bit. And
Burke got an easy layup, but this time it's Dirk finding Pachulia. But on the other end, the #1 offensive rebounding team and the #1 second chance point team in the NBA wearing down the Mavs, Ibaka, and the Thunder by 7.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs, brought to you by the next generation Kia Optima, official vehicle of the NBA.
Been a tremendous impact.
He has 11 tonight, and it's a 14-point lead, a 9-2 Oklahoma City run as they look to take a 3-1 series lead. The tip of the spear of this Thunder to try to take a 3-1 series lead with Game 5 Monday back in OKC.
Back to the American Airlines.
96-84, Oklahoma City leading early fourth quarter.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs, brought to you by Samsung and the new Galaxy S7 Edge, and Nissan, innovation that excites.
Tomorrow you'll be in studio for an ABC doubleheader with the Spurs and Grizzlies at 1. San Antonio leading 3-0. Can the Rockets even the series at 2 games apiece? Yes, Steph Curry's supposed to be back. Warriors haven't lost back-to-back games all year. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown presented by Straight Talk Wireless at 12:30.
And a stranglehold here on the series if OKC can hang on with 6.5 to play.
Second chance points, the story in the series. Again tonight, 18-4 in favor of Oklahoma City.
Well, a lot of those result in wide open 3-point shots. We saw Russell Westbrook get that early in the third, but the assault on the offensive glass, nobody does it better than OKC. Cantor's been terrific. 12 offensive boards for 18 points. That's just too big of a number for a team like Dallas that's undermanned, that has trouble.
The Mavs not done. Game 4 down 2-1, still fighting as Matthews connects on the triple.
And the big fella can run the floor. And of course, another great find from Russell Westbrook. And it's the Thunder by 12 as we get into crunch time.
It's a former Rick Carlisle assistant getting that Blazer team into the playoffs.
LaMarcus Aldridge. How about Nick Batum? +20 point games.
And the numbers, John, that he put up during the regular season as Blake Griffin warms up with the Clippers and Blazers up next in ESPN Game 3, LA up 2-0. Durant had 28 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists during the regular season. The first player, Michael Jordan, had those numbers. Yep. Assists. Enes Kanter, 12 of 13 from the field, 28 points. Kevin Durant finished with 19 and was ejected for a flagrant 2. Dirk Nowitzki had 27 to pace the Mavs. For John Barry, Chris Broussard, I'm Dave Pasch. So long from Dallas. Up next, Clippers and Blazers. LA looking to go up 3-0 in that series. We take it out of Portland. Mark Jones and Doris Burke standing by.